So I'm Vince Jefferson, and this is my first game of my senior season, and I have 0 offers going into my senior season. And I mean, being 6'6", 205, I've always had a little chip on my shoulder.
But I made sure they can't throw that ball my way.
Going into making my first tackle, I laid the boom on this running back. Oh my God.
And I mean, going into every play, I'm trying to rearrange his jaw.
And this is my senior season, and I didn't come to play. I came here for respect.
But I mean, as you can see, the quarterback wants to throw my way. He just can't because I'm in his blind review mirror.
But I mean, I'm just going to do my job, and I promise you they will feel me when I make this tackle, and I go in for another big hit of the game.
Knock his buckles loose.
But as you can see, going into the next play, every time they target me, that ball is not accurate. The quarterback is scared of me.
But I mean, as you can see, I'm going downhill, and I try to clean his clock. I laid a boom
I told
on
you the quarterback is scared of me. He finally makes an accurate ball, and I drop my first interception of the season.
That was mine.
But I mean, going to my first game of my senior season wasn't bad. I was finally a 1-star recruit. I finally picked up my first 3 interest offers. Going to my second game of my senior season with 0 offers. I mean, I started off this game and laid the boom on this running back.
And I mean, I was letting them feel me all night.
And I mean, I'm like a magnet to that ball. I mean, I'm everywhere that ball is as I go on with another tackle.
And I mean, I wrap him up and bring him down to that ground quick.
And I mean, Vince Jefferson didn't come to play today. I mean, I hit that left sideline and it was wraps. I mean, I see nothing but green grass in the box in front of me, and I took it in for a touchdown.
And I mean, I'm fired up because not only can I do it at DB, I can do it running that ball
But
too.
as you can see, going into this next play, if I break a second quicker, I would have had this interception. I mean, it's coming
But
my
I
way.
speak things into existence, and they throw the ball my way, and I'm like a magnet to that ball as I intercept this ball.
And that is my first interception of my senior season.
And that wide receiver tried to take that ball, and I told him to give me that. That's mine.
But as you can see, I am relentless SB. I'm always going to get to that ball, and I come all the way across the field to make the tackle.
And I mean, at this point, they're running away from me. But going into the next play, he runs my way, and I laid the boom on this running back. I mean, I'm knocking his buckles loose. Let's go.
And then I'm just being a dog at this point. I get another tackle, and it's a tackle for loss.
But I'm being physical as could be. They need to hit that weight room as I shed the block and go get another tackle.
But as you see, I end the game off with 8 tackles and 1 interception, and I have 3 more interest offers in James Madison, Georgia State, and Georgia Southern. But going into my 3rd game of my senior season, I mean, I started off intense. I almost found a crease on that special teams and took it for 6. But going into the next play, as you can see, that defense is rallying that ball early on, and we make them fumble.
And I mean, we didn't get on that ball. They picked the ball back up.
And me being me, I'm always be a part of that ball, and I'm a magnet to that ball, and I make another tackle.
But as you can see, I completely wanted to clean his clock, but I missed the tackle, and he runs in for a touchdown. That's on me.
But I mean, I cut that edge off, and I mean, he just falls right in my pocket.
But going
into the next play, as you can see, I break on that ball, and I make a pretty good tackle.
Let's go.
As you can see, I end the game off with 2 tackles and 1 tackle for loss. And as you can see, I pick up 3 more interest offers in Georgia Southern, Vanderbilt, and NC State. But going into my 4th game of my senior season, I mean, these Conover boys came to play, but that didn't stop me as I rallied to that ball and get the first tackle of the game. And I mean, this wide receiver has some nerve to try me like I couldn't guard him. And he got the first catch, and I missed the tackle. So going into the next play, he tried to run around, and I punch him in his chest to rearrange his guts. And oh my God, I get my first interception of the game. And he still attacks me. The next series, I mean, he came out with a slant hot, and I mean, he had me burnt.
But that didn't stop me. I was relentless all night, and I came down to this quarterback, and I tried to shorten his neck.
But I get another huge tackle for my team, and the momentum is just shifting back and forth.
And I mean, seconds right after I made the hit, I made sure to look him in the eyes to let him know that I'm
going
here.
into the second quarter. I mean, this running back tried to run a stretch, and I made him do a front flip.
And I mean, going into the next play, I mean, I did a whole circle, came back around, and laid the boom on this tight end. And I laid the boom on the wide receiver to let him know that I'm here.
I mean, going into the next play, the running back catches the ball out of the backfield, and it's just me and him. And I laid the boom on him.
And I made sure to knock his screws loose.
And I mean, I thought I had this wide receiver covered, but he strikes me again. I mean, he's trying me all night, and I mean, he scores a touchdown.
And I mean, I'm frustrated, so I go lay the boom on the quarterback. Going to the 4th quarter when we need it, I laid a boom on this running back and make him fumble. And oh my God, we pick it up, and we can go for 6, but we get tackled.
It's 7-7 to go into overtime. How would you be remembered? And I'm going to be remembered for laying the boom all night.
And I mean, Vince Jefferson will be all over the news tonight.
But as he goes on to get 8 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, assisted tackle, a forced fumble, and 1 interception. And Vince Jefferson picks up offers from Marshall, Old Dominion, Georgia State, and NC State. And he picks up some interest from Vanderbilt, Tennessee, and South Carolina. So, I mean, going into my 5th game of my senior season, I mean, we had a horrible start. And, I mean, starting off with me, I just got got burnt by this wide receiver, and he was in my head early on. I mean, that hasn't happened to me all season. I don't know what's going on today. But that didn't stop me from being physical. I shed this block and go and make my first tackle of the game. And you can see how relentless I am as I get to that ball with bad intentions. And I made sure that this quarterback will fear me. Going into this next play, I shed the block and laid the boom on this running back. And I tried to short his neck. But I mean, it's like I ran the route for the wide receiver. This was so covered. The quarterback wanted to throw it, but he couldn't because I was there. I mean, you can see me. I'm just being relentless to that ball and almost clothesline this kid. And I mean, I'm just all over the place. I'm a magnet to that ball. I mean, going into the next play, I make a gang tackle with my team to help them get that tackle. But going into the next play, I laid the boom on that running back and he did a front flip. Oh my God, his buckles are loose. I got up and said, let's go with my teammates. As you can see, we're down 7-14 in fourth quarter with 53 seconds and I get a punt return and almost take it back, but I get Hawk and I give them good position. I need to stop and I laid a boom on this running back and I said, let's go. I am here, Vince Jefferson. But as you can see, I end the game with 7 total tackles and 2 tackles for loss, and I pick up an offer from Tennessee Vols, and then I have an interest in West Virginia, Wake Forest, and Virginia Tech. So going into my 6th game of my senior season, I mean, I started off intense. I'm trying to take ACL, MCL out early, and I'm fired up. I told him, let's go. But I mean, going into this next play, I tried to bait this wide receiver, and if I would have broke on it a second later, I would have been taking it for 6. But I mean, going into the next play, I'm in great coverage, and I mean, I just totally missed the tackle, and he gets a big gain. And I mean, at this point, I'm in my head like, what's going on? What are you doing? Lock in, lock in, lock in. So I mean, I lock in, and then I hit that left sideline, and when I hit that sideline, I mean, I will go all the way, but I get tackled. Going into this next play, I made sure this quarterback feel me. I'm coming downhill, and I laid a boom on him, and I knocked them buckles loose. I mean, trying to run to the play, boom, I get knocked off my feet, and I did not see him. We're losing 17-0 to a trash 0-5 team, so I'm a special teams All-American. I hit that hole and do whatever I could do, and I am gone, and I will do it for my team, and I take it back for 6. We're going into the next play, wrap and roll. We practice and practice, and them Gator rolls are paying off. But just when we needed it, I laid the boom on this running back and forced the fumble. But I mean, I made this running back do a front flip. As you can see, I pick up an offer from Wake Forest, and I pick up some interest offers in West Virginia, Virginia Tech, and Virginia. Going into my last game of my regular season, I mean, I'm starting off early with some PBUs. I'm breaking the passes up early, DBU. But as you can see, as quick as I shuffle, plant my foot in that ground and went to go make that tackle. And I will never fear no man, as you see, as I plant my foot and sprint downhill as fast as I can and lay the boom on this running back. But I mean, as you can see, we're all fired up. But as you can see, going into the next play, I'm just running with the wide receiver. Then I break back and go make a tackle on the quarterback. I wrapped and rolled him. And I mean, by the end of this game, I promise I will make somebody bell ring. But as you can see, I go into the next play and lay the boom on this quarterback. He felt me. I'm just in my head like, man, they don't never throw the ball my way. But that's a good thing because that means I'm strapping them up. But as you can see, we go on to win 13-7 in the last game of my regular season, and I end off with 4 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss. And I pick up 2 more offers and 3 more interest offers. And I mean, going into my first playoff game against Dunn, I mean, they came out hot. I mean, I tried to go and lower the boom on this running back, but he just broke the tackle and broke 2 more and just made us look like little boys. But I'm gonna strap you up, so I'm strapping this wide receiver up and waiting for that quarterback to throw that ball, but he doesn't because I'm right there. But as you can see, I'm coming downhill. And I'm coming to lower that boom on that quarterback. As you can see, I wrap and roll him. And I mean, I don't care when I'm on that field. I'm trying to take you out. I almost bent his ankle back. I'm trying to shorten his neck. But going into the next play, I'm coming back around, and this quarterback just keeps running the ball, and he slides, and I hit him, and they try to get me for targeting him, but it was flagged off. And this receiver lowered the boom on me. I took that as disrespect. But as you can see on this play, I sacrificed my glory and went in and took on the block as the linebacker gets the tackle. What a team player Vince Jefferson is. And there's no fly zone. You can't throw the ball my way as I deflect the ball. But as you can see, I'm coming back downhill, and it's 1-on-1. He doesn't even see me. And I lowered the boom on him. And I mean, before he could turn his head around, he was already in that grass. But I made sure to knock them buckles loose. And I mean, coming in hot, I'm not scared. I'm taking out the legs, ACL, MCL, and I made him do a flip. But it's sad to say they go on and end us the old-fashioned way. And I mean, this is Vince Jefferson's last high school game. And he is now a 4-star recruit. He has came a long way. And going back to the locker room, I got 2 phone calls from Alabama and Texas Tech, and I got 2 more offers. And I had gotten 3 more interest offers. First and foremost, I want to thank Panther Creek High School for letting me get my academic here and playing football here and being an athlete. I just want to thank my mom for being by my side and never giving up on me. With all of these offers, I am committing to the University of